I was up this morning pretty early thinking about what we're going to do today. My mind went all the way back to probably, well, I think it's 19 years ago. And Mark, you correct me in some of these dates, okay? And about 19 years ago, I get up on a morning just like this and walked into a room at York University to do a video program, not quite like we're going to do today. And for the last 19 years now, that program has pretty well caught fire all around this planet. And I believe the same thing is going to happen with this one today, although it'll be a little bit of a different approach.
One thing that I took away with John's sessions was his inspiration as a business coach. He's very positive, which is something that you need in financial planning. It's a roller coaster of emotions, the job that I hold. And John teaches you and gives you the tools you need to learn how to cope with your emotions.
What I define selling as is very simple. It's where an individual can find someone to talk to, share some ideas and benefits with that individual to discover a need where none existed prior to that appointment, and then fill that need to the complete satisfaction of that person they met, and then walked out of there with a referral to meet another individual. That to me is what is called professional selling.
I spent a lot of money learning from John, in the 80s, and learning and understanding things. And very quickly I began to realize how important my mindset was and how I thought influenced how I performed. And here I am 25 years later. I've met him personally, professionally, in business seminars like this, and I'm still taking notes. And I'm always amazed by the things that he makes me think about while he's talking. After all these years, I can pull something out of what he says. He'll set something off in my mind that'll make me think of something important to do.
So when you leave here today, I want you to leave with a definite commitment to something that you're going to improve in just, let's say, the next 7 weeks. I want you to give some thought to what you would like to do in the next 7 weeks in terms of your productivity, in terms of your income, and in every other area of your life. What would you like to accomplish in just 49 days or in the next 7 weeks?
The work that we do, and the work that I think most people really want to do, is work that you love to do, right? So you embrace it, you take it, you challenge it, and with that comes great stress, great anxiety sometimes in life. So learning to balance the two, John really becomes a part of your life. So he's really taught me those skills and that respect for that balance, and I think I've been able to attract and absorb and put that in everything I do here.
So what we do controls our results. And if we really take that and put it in its proper perspective, you have to think about it this way. As I go through this information, you have the God-given ability to do one of three things as I go through it. You have the ability to take and reject anything I'm going to say. You can do that. And you know what? You might be right, but then again, you might be wrong. Or you can take the information and you can accept it. And you could be right, and again, you could be wrong. Or you can take the information and you can neglect it. Now, unfortunately, too many people neglect the information. I'm going to ask you as I go through this, don't accept what I'm saying. Don't reject it. And whatever you do, don't neglect it.
And I can tell you without hesitation that very few people have made the kind of impact on my life he has, both professionally and personally. I really wouldn't be where I am today, I think, certainly in my role as Regional Director with Investors Group, without his coaching, without his mentorship and his friendship, quite frankly.
But you see, only a fool would not take an idea. Kind of like entertain that idea. Get emotionally involved in that idea. Examine that idea to see if it will change, to see if it will alter, to see if it will improve the end result for a happier, healthier, more productive life. Now think about that. So as I start to move along with this, I want you to focus on, because many of you in this room, maybe unknowingly, are living in what is called the new economy.
Setting your goals, setting your limitations high, and I have never held a sales position job ever prior to becoming a consultant at Investors Group. And one of the things that I took away from John Kanary's session was his making my goals high. And pillars was one of my goals to meet, and I achieved those goals. And I think being coached by John Kanary made me build those limitations higher than what I anticipated from the get-go.
See, I can remember a day in a room like this one where an individual may earn $35,000 a year if they were lucky. If they were lucky. But things have changed today in the economy that we're living in. And this is why don't place any limits on what it is you want to do. Don't get yourself involved in setting goals that don't inspire you. Don't get involved in trying to get by without too much discredit. Really get excited about this. Think about this. Because this is a time where ordinary folks can go out and literally become millionaires and even multimillionaires.
I still use this stuff. I work on a professional effectiveness or a personal effectiveness foundation. And these things that John does are not only valuable if you're a salesperson, but in any other occupation where really sales is a huge part of the job, Perry. So, I mean, and in fact, that's everywhere in business. So whether I'm working with lawyers or accountants, these sorts of things, salespeople, managers, it all applies.
Everything you need to know to get to where you want to go in your business. Somebody knows it. Think about that. Everything you need to know to get to where you want to go, somebody in this room knows what that is. Somebody in this room knows how to do what you want to do. That's the beautiful part about this. There's no mystery and there's no magic, and guess what? There is no secret to this.
He converted me to the power of goal setting and how goals always have to overwhelm and dominate your fears. And I think even most importantly, he really taught me to buy into the two laws that I believe represent fundamental success for us, the law of vibration and the law of attraction.
Selling is the transference of emotion. Selling is that where you become, convinced to the point where you're convincing. Selling is about getting another individual to walk a path of mutual agreement with you. Selling is about generating the atmosphere in which other people feel a sense of ease. That's selling. Selling is all about helping a person using the benefit rather than giving them the benefit. You must be able to plant in the person's mind, in their imagination, get them to see themselves using the benefit, and I promise you that'll engage them emotionally to act on your suggestion.